21F, and a low of negative 11C, 12F. Kind of cloudy most of the day with some light flurries. Yeah! Yeah, that's the one that I was showing you, Wild. Let's see, in Arkansas, Louisiana, winds are moving towards the southwest, plus coastal Texas. In Oklahoma and western Texas, winds actually come from the northeast, but then they shift to the northwest, moving up to 25 miles an hour throughout much of the region. In the Ohio Valley and you have the Ohio Valley, winds are actually moving generally to the east, but in Kentucky they move to the south, up to 25 miles per hour. But hold on a minute. All right. The Great Lakes has winds coming from the northwest, blowing up to 25 miles per hour, especially right around the lake shores. Up to 30 in some places, though. In the Great Plains, you have clockwise flow of winds moving away from South Dakota. In the center, it's light and variable, but outside in the Western Plains, moving up to 25 miles an hour, up to 20 elsewhere. In the western part of the U.S., plenty of light and variable winds from Washington all the way down to much of California to southern Arizona, as well as the northern Rockies, much of Idaho. Though the Great Basin is experiencing winds that are coming from the north, blowing up to 20 to 30 miles an hour in some places. Southwesterly winds moving to the northeast up to 25 to 35 miles an hour in a few places. New Mexico coming from the south up to 30 miles an hour. In eastern Colorado coming from the southeast up to 25. Southern Idaho coming from the west moving up to 30. And we take a look in Southern California, just outside of LA, to the north, moving to the east at up to 20, 25 to 30 miles an hour. Offshore, winds are paralleling the California coast, moving up to 30 miles an hour or more. Hold on a minute. Alright, I'm back. Okay, so let's take a look at temperatures right now. Throughout New England, you get temperatures that range from the upper 20s to the mid 40s. In upstate New York and Pennsylvania, temperatures range from the low 30s to the low 40s. The greater New York City area, temperatures are in the 40s. Mid-Atlantic states plus West Virginia, temperatures range. Let's take a step back. Okay, so we got 59 in Virginia Beach. But though you move to places like Washington, D.C. and the surrounding areas, temperatures are in the mid 40s. As well as for folks in the Roanoke area, West Virginia, temperatures are in the 30s. It's quite a contrast, though, unlike what's going on in eastern Virginia, so which does indicate that there is a cold front about to pass through the Virginia Beach, Norfolk area, which will lower the temperatures to the mid 40s. Which kind of explains everything now, because the folding of the winds that does indicate a cold front, warm, moist air, and cool, dry air moving in to the Virginias in the mid-Atlantic. Sorry. Then we go down to the southeast. Let's see what we got. Okay, Well, it does look like as though we got plenty of warmth, mild temperatures throughout the coastal part of the Carolinas. They're in the upper 50s to mid 60s there, but in the interior parts of North Carolina, the Carolinas, I should say, temperatures are in the mid 40s to mid 50s. See, in Georgia, well, we do have temperatures in the southern part of the state. They're in the 60s. In the northern half, temperatures are in the mid 40s to low 50s. Tennessee, temperatures are in the mid 30s to low 40s. Alabama, Mississippi, temperatures are in they range from the upper 30s to upper 50s. Oof, boy. It's quite a contrast, folks. There's a lot of cold air throughout the interior parts of the South. It's quite a contrast, though. Arkansas, temperatures are in the 30s. Louisiana, 40s to mid 50s. In Florida, let's see, in the northern part of the state, they're in the 60s. Southern half, it's in the 70s. In Oklahoma, temperatures range from the upper 20s to mid 30s. In Texas, okay, so let's dig deep. Okay, so we got temperatures that range from the upper 20s to mid 30s in the Panhandle part. Though in Odessa, Abilene, and Electra, and San Angelo, they're at 39. The western part, they're in the upper 30s to mid 40s. In the northeastern part, northeastern part of Texas, temperatures range from the mid 30s to upper 40s. We go down to the southern part of Texas, temperatures are in the 50s. They're in the 50s. In the Ohio Valley, we get temperatures that range from the mid 20s to the low 30s. It's pretty cold. It gets super cold once you go further. In Michigan, temperatures range from the mid-teens to the low 30s. Wisconsin, mid-teens to mid-20s. In Minnesota, temperatures all across the state, they're in the teens. In North Dakota, oof, boy, yeah, North Dakota, yeah, their temperatures range from the mid-negative single digits to 14 degrees in Grand Forks. South Dakota temperatures throughout much of the region, they range from the low single digits to the mid teens. Like I said, pretty cold, folks. Pretty cold. Let's see, down the Missouri River. Let's see, Iowa. You get temperatures that are in the mid 20s to mid teens to mid 20s. In Nebraska, temperatures range from the upper single digits to mid teens. Missouri, temperatures are in the 20s, along with Kansas. Let's see, in Montana, well, there's a huge variety of temperatures that's going on there, folks. So let's start off with folks in Harlem's at -6, Glasgow's at 5, Billings is at 3, though Miles City and Gwinnett are at 12. Great Falls to Bozeman to Kalispell, the temperatures are in the teens, but in Helena and Missoula, they're at 25. In the northern half of the state, temperatures are in the 20s. In the southern half of Idaho, they're in the 30s. Wyoming, temperatures range from the mid-teens to low 20s. In Colorado, temperatures range from the upper teens to mid-30s. In Utah, in the northern half of the state, temperatures are in the upper 20s to mid-30s. In the southern half, they're in the upper 30s to low 50s. Throughout much of Nevada, temperatures range from the upper 20s to the low 40s, then downstate, mid 40s to mid 50s. Nebraska, no, not Nebraska, New Mexico, I should say. Much of the state, their temperatures are in the 40s to low 50s. In the northern half of Arizona, temperatures range from the upper 30s, mid 30s to mid 50s. It's 37 in Alpine, 39 in Quibdó and Flagstaff, 53 in Kingman. Temperatures will be in the 60s in the southern half of Arizona. So you take a look in California, the coastal part of the state, temperatures range from the 50s in the northern half to the southern half being in the 60s. 68 in Indio, 50s all across the Central Valley. Then we go to the Pacific Northwest. Temperatures throughout Oregon, they range from the low 30s to upper 40s. Washington State. We got 23 in Trail to 30 in Spokane and Wenatchee. 34 in Yakima, Walla Walla, 35, 43 in Seattle. Alright. Now let's take a look at gusts. There are plenty of gusts throughout the Northeast, but for folks along coastal New England, they're mostly offshore. They're blowing at around up to 50 miles an hour in gusts, but mostly offshore, especially plus in parts of Rhode Island and eastern Massachusetts. Haven't been getting too much snow aside from light flurries since last snowstorm 4 days ago. I know many areas of Minnesota, Wisconsin, and around the Great Lakes, not my end, have gotten plenty of snow recently, but we have been getting plenty of cold temperatures, even with even colder temps on the way. Dodging the snow, but won't be dodging the cold. Yeah, I mean, that is one thing. I mean, dodging the snow or even the snowstorm is one thing, but dodging a cold snap is another one. And that's, well, my opinion, I mean, it's kind of like me trying to choose the way I would die. Whether if it's me trying to die quick and painless or slow and painful. And to me, it's like if you get snow, it'll be quick and painless. Or if you get cold, it'll be slow and painful. I mean, that's just my opinion. But, I don't know. But yeah, it is a terrifying thing to end up with. You know, trying to choose between getting a lot of snow or getting a lot of cold. See, eastern West Virginia, western Maryland, gusts could blow at around between 40 to 50 miles an hour. In coastal Texas, 30 to 50 miles an hour, but mostly offshore though, and right near the southern tip of Texas, but on the coastal side. Gusts in the Great Lakes region, but just over the Great Lakes portion, they're blowing around 50 miles an hour, but on land up to 40 miles an hour. Especially Ohio. In the Great Basin, some places might get gusts blowing up to 30 to 40 miles an hour, and close to 50 in northern Arizona to parts of New Mexico. Alright, and now let's take a look. Oh no, not wind accumulation. Humidity. Where's the humidity? Well, there's a lot of humidity that stretches as far as like Morgan City, New Orleans, Louisiana, all the way to places like St. Stephen to Lincoln or Bangor, Maine. But on my end, we do have plenty of humidity to go around, but it gets worse in Georgia and Alabama. Otherwise, a good amount of humidity throughout the western part of the Continental Divide to Utah and southern Idaho and northern Nevada. A little bit of humidity throughout the Great Lakes region to the upper Mississippi and parts of the Dakotas. 24-hour rainfall accumulation. So what have we got? Let's start off here in places like Cape Cod all the way to the eastern tip of Maine. about as much as up to half an inch of rain in the next 24 hours. Hold on a minute.